Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
What's up, boss? You believe that? Hold on. Oh no. Do you believe that? Huh? Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. Come on. Do you believe?
Hey, my more brothers, back again, and this is just I would say, a Sidney Petier broadcast, and I just want to pop my collar because it's been a little bit over a year ago, all right, at the beginning of Colorado's last season, okay, just before it, and we were going back and forth on a certain channel. I won't call any names; they know who they are. Where we were arguing about Jackson State losing out on a golden goose called Deion Sanders, and how the petty gynocracy, stealing the money, doing what HBCUs do, which is screw up the money and screw up the opportunities because they're short-sighted. They screw over black men, what they call patriarchal or strong black men, and expect them to bend to their will, and when they don't, then they give them a lot of flack, and then they get mad when those strong black men go someplace else. Now, instead of the whole league coming together, and whether if they had to pay Deion Sanders salary and pay him money to bring eyes to the league, which he did. Now, who is even following Jackson State now, a year and a half later? Almost nobody. Who's even looking at the HBCU football games now, when Jackson State was there? Almost nobody, which is something that we said that would happen. Now, there was a Deion Sanders effect with the previous year because he had just left that people wanted to compare. But now you hardly hear about him. I hardly hear about him. Hell, I follow Lighty Jr., and he hardly talks about him. Hell, they're still talking about Deion Sanders at Colorado like he's still an HBCU coach. But the reason that I wanted to do this one is because I was flat out told that I had no idea what I was talking about as far as college football. Now, a couple of the brothers going back and forth with me had never played sports, much less college football. Had never played sports, much less college football. Now, I do live in a big city with two, not one, but two nationally ranked or previously nationally ranked college football and college basketball teams. I used to hang out on the campuses of both. I know some of the athletes. Some of my relatives have played for these teams. I work with some of the people who have previously played, and also some of the parents whose kids have played on these teams. I know how they're recruited. I know what they think. I've had to go through the recruitment process myself because my son went through it in basketball. I know from the park league all the way up to the pro league how this stuff works. And they think that I just got here yesterday. I started following college basketball and football in 1970, which is probably longer than most of them have been alive. But I was castigated like I didn't know what I was talking about. I was talking about Deion Sanders. Now, to put it into review, I said when Colorado bought him out, I said, number one, it was about money. Number two, I said it was about eyeballs. That's before they played game one. I said he was going to attract a whole lot of money and a whole lot of eyeballs. They spent 5 years and a $30 million contract, what I thought was fairly cheap. And they thought so too. And they got the money, even though they didn't have the money. They found a way to get him the money. Guess what? Colorado got paid back just in student applications, the $30 million contract. This is student applications, not to mention they sold out every game, not to mention the TV revenue that they got, not to mention the advertising that they got. Colorado made about well over $100 million the first year. In other words, they paid for his salary within the first year. That's number one. Number two, last year, Colorado, because of Deion Sanders and the drama, I think they had 5 out of the, I think there's 12 or 13 games in the regular season, college football season. I think they had 5 or 6 of the top, not the top 5, the top most viewed games in the season as a beginning coach and a losing team. So in other words, as far as eyeballs and attention to the program, there was an immediate effect, which I was right about. Number two, I said because of his fame and the way he operated things and the eyeballs he got, he was going to attract more talent. I said first year, I said if he wins 5 games, it's a win. Colorado, I do believe, won 5 games, which is my over-under. Right on the money. Number two, I said because of the portal, the transfer portal, he could get immediate help. And getting immediate help and also pro football players to come back and coach this team, they were going to make a rapid improvement. My over-under for the second season, which is a 500 season, which is, I think, was it 6-6 or something like somewhere around there. I said the over-under is 6. They're at 7-2 this year. They're 7-2. They had a massive influx of new players. I said it probably would take them 3 years to get ranked in the top 25, which is what you want to be, right? They're ranked in the top 20. They're number 20 at 7-2. So they are a year ahead of schedule in my view. Somebody was telling me it would take them 5 years. I said by year 3, they should be a nationally ranked team. Now, it's premature, but they're already talking about Colorado being, maybe, if they keep winning, being in the college football playoffs. Now, that's a stretch from going from a disastrous team to within 2 years to a turnaround to be playing in the college football playoffs. Now we keep our fingers crossed, and if they make the playoffs, man, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna lay waste to all my detractors, because I was trying to tell them this is the way things are done. And a lot of people in this space, a lot of people that come at me, do not look at the environment that they're in. There's 2 things in sports that I look at, and I've learned to look at: dealing with the Lakers, dealing with the Rams, and even dealing with some of the baseball teams. You cannot just look at the coaches and the players on the team, okay? One, you have to look at the environment, how they're recruiting, and number 2, you have to look at the money. The money is eyeballs. Attention is eyeballs, and attention is fame. It attracts people and it attracts money. Colorado is all in. And basically with Jackson State, God bless them, God bless the gynocracy, they do what they always do. They drop the bag. Just like they did with reparations in 2018. With feminine mindset and a gynocratic mindset, we argue and quibble over attention instead of outcome. That's exactly the argument I got. As soon as I said gynocracy, all of a sudden everybody flipped out. Because nobody knows exactly what I mean, because they think I mean just women. No, it's not. The gynocracy cannot be ran just by women. The men have to go along with it. And our men are just as gynocratic as our women are. And that's the problem, which is my whole mission, is not to change your mind and not to get you out of your gynocratic thinking, but to recognize it and make a choice. And if you choose to be a gynocrat and go along with your women and gynocratic thinking, then guess what? So be it. Stop complaining about it. That's all I'm saying. Stop complaining about your condition instead of changing it. But I just wanted to pop my collar, and I'm going to put it right out front because I've been playing it on my channel for the last year and a half. Deion Sanders, do you believe? Do you believe now? Do you believe that BGS is right now? And normally I don't say it, but the thing is, people have gotten on my freaking nerves enough to where I'm going to pop my collar. Yeah, motherfuckers, I was right. I was right, MFers. I'm going to say it. And you were wrong, but you're not man enough to admit that you were wrong, because now y'all going into hiding. So, read them and weep. This is just year 2. And they're not even finished. They're 7-2. What if they go 10-2? Then what are you going to say? Peace out, y'all.